Welcome, folks, to the first episode of Friendship Simulator. My name is Max Mazzi, and I'm joined here with my friend Austin. What are we talking about today, Austin?
We're talking about our worst injuries.
Yeah?
Yeah.
About how you fucked up your toe?
Yeah, well, I broke my toe. First time breaking it. I thought I'd broken it before, but, those little gymnastics mats. I stubbed it on one of those.
Chasing the little fucker around?
Nope. I was walking in circles to get my steps for the day.
Oh my god.
And
you were walking in circles to get your steps.
Yeah. And
Why not just go outside, my man?
Because I have the kids and I don't want to. If I go outside, they get distracted. They're like, oh, what's he up to? They follow me around.
Right.
So if I go to the garage for a second, they think I'm like getting something to drink or whatever. So I go out there, walk in circles, and I don't look where I'm going.
Yep.
And I stubbed it. And you a couple tears, and then you get
Sure.
up.
Sure.
This time, no tears, but when I get up 3 hours later.
Right. Well, if you consider like blood squirting from your toe tears, then yeah, that's some kind of tear for sure.
Yeah, no liquid. But I went about my day. I took them to a couple parks. I drove around till they fell asleep, like you do.
Right. Put some Ambien in their McDonald's.
Yeah. And then I get home and I'm like, I'm just gonna take my sock off like a person does.
Sure.
And it's so bruised and disgusting that I had to Google it.
I still haven't seen a photo of your mangled toe.
Maybe after this I'll
give you a peek. Yeah. that'll translate well to the podcast.
Yeah.
Photo of a fucking toe.
Exact. That could be the thumbnail for the very.
It could be the thumbnail. Could be the thumbnail for today's podcast. June 28th at 3:17 p.m. We are currently enjoying some Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah. From Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
Well, don't you know?
1844.
Indeed. I think Pabst Blue Ribbon is the perfect trash beer because not only is it good, but it's also trash. And that's kind of like the perfect marriage of beer.
Yeah. If you want price, it's great. I mean, you can go, Rainier, or in the PNW. But it's kind of the Bud Light of those crappy trash beers.
No, definitely.
Or Rolling Rock, the cheapest of the trash beers.
Right.
But at the same time, probably the worst tasting.
I think the adjustable scale is how much water to piss you want in your beer. Because Pabst is it's reasonably pissy, but it's still water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas Rolling Rock is just water.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of stank on there.
I want some stank.
Yeah.
Rainier's also on the water side as well.
Rainier's also on the water side.
That's why I say Bud Light, because it's just,
Hey, take a walk on the water side.
All right.
Well, I'm retiring. So it's been one episode. We're calling it now.
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
What's your worst injury? Now, my broken toe is not my worst, but it's probably the first broken bone.
Well, okay. Before I dwell on the worst injury, worst foot injury was I was making fried chicken in the summer, as you do, drinking Pabst like a fucking white redneck piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I was making it in a wok, already drunk, of course. Mm-hmm. I think it was 11 in the morning.
Nice.
It was it's Saturday, bitch, And for whatever reason, I just kind of tipped that wok bowl just a little bit downwards, so the momentum brought the liquid out a little bit, not a crazy amount, but enough to kind of gloosh, gloosh it over the top. Yeah. And it landed right on my exposed toes. I was wearing slides, Adidas slides,
that's
the ones
flavor.
I'm wearing now. And someone's making pork in there. And it just, dude, it burnt off how many layers of skin. And I remember crying in pain for that night because the burning just doesn't stop. That's the thing about burns, is it's just a constant pain.
Yeah. Did you run it under cold water or something?
I dipped it in ice for a while. I think the crying at night was more frustration because I was I just want to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm dry. So I just got sloshed. That was great. And then I woke up the next day and I think I just got drunk again because I was fuck this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my healthcare. I don't
just drink the pain away.
Yeah. I don't actually pay for any healthcare. I just get drunk.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way that you solve most things.
Yeah. Yeah. That does remind me of a dumb, maybe I was high. Maybe I was just so desperate to get high. I needed something to poke my bowl with.
Is that a euphemism for fingering your ass or?
No. I poked the bowl, for the marijuana.
Oh, sure.
And I was like, I don't have any sticks or bobby pins or paper clips.
Yeah.
Oh, what if I break a piece of incense, the stick in half?
Right.
And I didn't know how sharp those were once you you cut one,
Ooh.
and it sliced my hand so badly. And it's like the incense is made of cow poop
Yeah, sure.
mixed with whatever.
It has that like weird grainy residue where
Yeah.
you rub your finger against it and you're like, is this like cocaine that has been through the dirt? What is this?
It was in my hand.
Yeah, and it was in my flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bled profusely, like
Yeah,
way
yeah.
more. And it's your palm, so it's obviously like just a sensitive area. And
And you can't go to the doctor. You can't be like, I was handling incense.
yeah, like
You
they're
know,
gonna be like,
they're gonna be like, what are you fucking
you
gay?
use a razor blade for
Yeah.
your incense, you idiot. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Damn, wrong
Not my-
soundboard. We're just getting started, folks. The one I was looking for was nope, not that one.
Why are you gay?
There it is. It took us a couple of tries.
Why are you gay?
There we go. Okay, why are you gay?
yeah.
So
I mean,
about
we've
that.
all had a doctor say that to us, a couple times at least.
How many times have you had a doctor handle your penis?
Like the same doctor or like separate doctors?
That's a great question. Let's say the same doctor.
Okay, I was gonna say lifetime, like 3.
Yeah.
Same doctor, probably. I mean, pediatric. We're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like.
Is it gay to want to
5?
have hang when the doctor holds it?
I'm not even thinking about.
You're not
that.
even thinking
I'm
about
thinking
it?
about my blood pressure that they just took.
Right.
How bad it is.
Right.
I'm
You're
not
like,
thinking about
Give it to me straight, doc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not going to because
Yeah.
I went to a doctor. His hands were huge. So
Well, I don't know if we should congratulate him or console you. Did you have a small penis or did you have abnormally large hands? Sort of a chicken and the egg situation.
Yeah, I didn't really think. Again, I just didn't really think about it. I just said, figure it out. He did mention the coloration because I have
Coloration?
vitiligo.
Do you?
Yeah.
On your penis?
Yeah, it's like it looks like how cows have
Episode
white
1,
spots?
folks. We're learning something about a man that I've known for almost 10 years. You have vitiligo on your penis.
Yeah. It's like
Wow.
it's like how cows have spots like those
Sure,
little white
sure.
spots.
Yeah, you have
it's
cow
just-
penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
I have
called it-
cow udders, actually.
Oh,
Kate milks me. Kate is my girlfriend. All right.
I don't think that's true.
It's not. It's not. No.
But yeah, he commented on that and he said it was normal, and I was like, well, I didn't ask. I googled it. I figured it out prior.
Sure.
But yeah.
So he said, so as he was handling, you didn't answer the question. So as he was handling your penis for the presumably
This is the second time.
second time, okay, he said the first time he didn't notice.
Yeah.
The first time it must have been so fucked up that he overlooked the vitiligo, and the second time he was like, okay, actually, wow, this is weird. You have cow dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna write you a prescription of, I guess cereal.
He didn't write me
You
anything.
can
He just told me
squirt
to stop
some-
drinking.
Oh, that's what he told you.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was there.
In relation to the cow dick, he's like,
No.
if you stop drinking, it'll be restored to normalcy.
I don't think you can restore vitiligo. I mean, unless you tan real well, which I'm not tanning.
Unless you do because it's just a pigmentation thing, right?
Yeah.
So unless you go like full Michael Jackson and you're like, bleach my skin, I think you just got spots.
Yeah, you got spots.
Spots are cool though. Why would you want to unvitiligo your penis?
Yeah. Someone called it a calico dick one time.
Calico dick.
Yeah. And I,
Calico is a cat, right?
yeah, mostly female cats.
I was thinking calic, and I was like, oh, did your dick have a part?
Yeah, I never really got the calic thing.
No, I don't know what that is. I think that's just some fucking like 12-year-old that doesn't know how to brush their hair.
Well, they're always like, well, he's got a firm
calic.
calic, that kid.
It's like, does
You're
he?
like, huh?
Or did he just not dry his hair properly?
I think I had one, but I don't know. I
don't think adults have calics.
I don't think so.
How do you spell calic? Cowlick?
I thought it was like cowlick.
Is it cowlick?
But then there's the hair lip. Hair lip. It's like
fucking Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're unraveling the mysteries of the universe.
Yeah,
here with that
spelling
one.
is hard, huh?
It is.
Especially like
is.
if you've heard it said
Yeah.
but never read it.
Right.
Like I've never read hair lip as far as I can remember.
Right. Well,
But,
what is a hair lip? It's like your shit is tucked into your nose.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
that like real thin upper lip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of fused.
Sure.
Max Verstappen of F1 fame has a hair lip. And he makes $60 million a year. He could fix that. And he wouldn't look like Sid
Right.
fucking sloth.
Well, I mean, he's an abomination to God, so that's why he's so good at F1 is he's trying to like fight in the Lord's name against the Lord.
Right.
He's like, you made me this way. I will show you that I am actually worthy.
Yeah, he's motivated in that case.
He's trying to unlip his hair lip. Yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Yeah. No, I would.
If only he would just Max Verstappen driving. maybe we wouldn't have to talk. I'm going to have another beer after that one.
Yeah, definitely. If you had a ton of money, what would you fix about your appearance?
Ooh, wow. I'd probably get a BBL.
A BBL, first thing.
Right out the gate.
You're like $12,000. You know what that?
It was like everyone, like all my friends, my family, they're like, wow, congratulations on the lottery. You know, they start giving me their pitches for why they need money for like their cat's like surgery or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but I need a BBL.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't cost $10 million. They're like, you haven't seen a $10 million BBL.
Yeah.
And that shows.
Yeah. I just need a fat ass, Mom.
You ever seen a BBL with vitiligo?
I don't think I have vitiligo on my butt, but that would be interesting.
I feel like if you have vitiligo in your nether regions, it's safe to assume there's more vitiligo in your nether regions.
I think so. It's based
It's like
on
where there's smoke, there's vitiligo.
No, it's based on like where it's been felt, where it's been touched a lot.
Are you sure this isn't just wear and tear?
It is partially wear and tear.
Okay, because vitiligo and wear and tear are completely different.
No.
Because
So
like
vitiligo-
it's always, why is it always like beautiful black women that vitiligo is like, they're like the spokespeople for vitiligo?
Because it's obvious. I had
Okay, you know what? Good point.
I had
Because a
a
white person is splotchy. It just looks like a white person.
exactly.
And
I have
then
it
like
on
a-
my. I have it right here on my temple.
Okay,
no one
see,
can really
that's-
tell.
I didn't know
That's why
that.
I got white hair.
Oh, see, I always just assumed that was just you were just graying early.
Yeah. Well, that's also true. Okay, for real though, not a BBL because I don't see you don't need a BBL. You're fine.
I don't. So your question posits that I would want to like get some kind of altering surgery. I don't think I would. I mean, okay, I tell you what I need to do, regardless of money, is I actually need to get some moles removed because I'm white and I have fucking giant moles on my body. But that's
Get that.
I'm not self-conscious of it though.
right. You're just worried about skin cancer.
I just don't want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'd probably go for like nose job. I mean, you can't see this.
You
but
do nose job?
Yeah.
Really? I
Probably.
didn't- But are you self-conscious of your nose?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I see. I think it's like strong. It's like a strong nose.
It's a strong Roman nose.
It's a strong Roman nose.
But I don't. I want to know what it looks like. I want to do the consultation.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right. And they
I want-
render a 3D model. This is what you could look like with a nose job, and it's just SpongeBob.
Yeah. Like,
And you're like, that's exactly what I wanted.
yeah. How did you know? Like I didn't even. No, I'm not. Yeah, I just want to see what it. I mean, a consultation or AI could probably figure that out, but you
Sure.
know, I want to know. And also, no, I wouldn't do the leg lengthening. I'm only 5'7", so it's pretty.
I think you're pretty reasonably sized in terms of height. 5'7" is pretty good. You do the leg lengthening, or you wouldn't do
I
it?
wouldn't know. That seems.
Wouldn't do that.
I've heard it's painful. But
Yeah,
you can
that's. I mean, you'd be basically like in a hotel room for 4 months, like just on Vicodin, and then by the time you actually could walk, you wouldn't be able. Like you'd probably never be able to jump again.
I mean, yeah, that'd be a deal breaker. I like
So
to
it's
jump.
kind of
I
like,
jump around a lot.
yeah, I think that's the most gnarly fucking thing ever. Why would anyone do that?
Yeah, my kids would give me crap for not being able to jump rope.
You can't jump rope?
No, they would. They'd give me crap.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, you are a bitch.
No, I fuck them up with the jump rope.
He's got a
And then
vitiligo dick. He can't jump rope. What can this guy do?
Cancel him.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
cancel him.
Now that I think about it, yeah. My fiance gives me crap for having small feet, but I don't think he could really do anything about that.
She gives you crap for having a small feet. That's weird.
I think.
But
10 and a
I
half
feel like,
is-
I mean, I've never seen your penis, but I imagine that you don't have like a small dick.
no.
Yeah,
No, it's
so-
reasonable.
Who needs big feet? Like it's like
I don't know.
that's like I don't even know. I don't have an analogy for that. You
Yeah.
there's who the fuck needs clown shoes if you have a big penis? The only reason that people want big feet is the assumption that you have a big dick. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I wear a size 13, but if you had like a 3-inch dick, well, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
like, so you just have big feet and a small dick. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that seems clownish. If you're in bed, you
Right.
finally you take this girl home for the first time,
Right.
First date,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, you
Yeah.
undress and you look like crusty, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, I'll go on file. Like I'm a tall guy and I have like above average dick. Like it's not big,
Yeah.
It honestly doesn't match. Like it should be bigger.
Right.
So like I will admit that.
Okay.
That's the surgery I'd get. I'd get a dick and biggening.
dick and big,
A
not
dick
an
and
enlargement,
biggening.
but an
Well,
embiggening.
an embiggening.
Right.
Yeah.
Fine.
They call me embiggening smalls.
I don't know. I've had enough
Yeah.
surgery on my nether regions at this point. I don't need any more.
That's a good
I don't
point,
need any
yeah.
help, you know?
What was that like smelling your balls fry?
They said I have a weak sense of smell, so I
Yeah.
don't really think there was.
It smell like
A lot
4th of
of
July
smell.
barbecue.
I mean, if it's gonna smell like anything, it smell like that. Yeah.
Was this like in a van?
No, it was at a hospital. It was
They're
at a
like-
nice hospital. I went to like
I don't know why, but I just love the idea
they're-
of you like taking the wrong turn and like cordially being like, "Hey, I'm here for, the appointment." And they're like, "Yeah, sure, right this way." And they just with lab coats take you into a van, an unmarked van.
Hey, it worked.
I'm shooting blanks. What can I say?
They do have those vasectomy vans though. It's a mobile
See,
vasectomy center.
I was onto something without
Yeah.
knowing it.
Yeah.
Vasectomy van.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I got a lot of likes on TikTok for singing their praises one time. They're like, "Oh, is this real?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
it's real. It's a thing you can do."
completely real. And you are anti-LGBTQ plus if you don't respect.
You're a bigot.
You're a bigot. And
Yeah.
you love the Acolyte, okay? You are the problem. It's a good show.
Yeah, I don't.
Fucking critical drinker and whatever that fucking nut guy's name is, Nerdrotic or whatever. They all had those like dissertation is a big word. They all had those reviews.
Those video essays.
Those video essays, thank
Yeah.
you. I mean, they just review anything, and if they don't like it because it's poorly made, then they'll voice it. And,
Yeah.
people instantly have this like false understanding that it's because they hate like black people or something for saying that. And it's like, no, it's just, you kind of changed. I don't even like Star Wars, but like they removed the Force and called it something else. What do they call it? It's like the Vine or something.
Did the Force get somebody pregnant in that? in that
Yeah,
show?
yeah.
I've only seen memes about
Same.
it, so I'm not like
Yeah.
familiar. But yeah, I don't care if it's a woke show. That's fine with me.
Be woke, just
But-
be good.
But like,
Yeah.
I don't know if Kenobi, the Obi-Wan show was going for that. It was just boring.
It was
just
boring.
a really boring show. It was like he's just walking. It's mostly just walking, and then a kid comes up, and you're like, "Well, you already did that in
Right.
Mandalorian. We already had a kid,
Right.
And at least that one was cute. This one's annoying."
That I
And
see.
then-
I checked out after the third prequel, and
Yeah.
I mean, I think I did see Rogue One,
Well, that one was okay,
and it was fine. I thought it
and
was
had
pretty
a
well done.
diverse cast.
It was like
fantastic.
it was a solid like, you know what, this is a movie, and I'll watch it, and it'll be fine
I got diarrhea when I saw that in theaters.
because of the movie.
No, it was a separate incident.
And
I
he's
got
on
drunk.
record.
I got drunk at Applebee's and lost my.
Well, I
debit
think
card.
you already just summarized the story right there. I mean, if you get drunk at Applebee's, there's probably going to be some backlash, some
Yeah.
backsplash,
Well, you
Yeah.
have a couple whiskeys and a bloomin' onion or whatever, and
and then you
things go awry.
right. You unleashed a blooming onion.
yeah, that was the same time as 50 Shades of Grey. I saw a bunch of like couples walking into
50
that
Shades
movie.
of Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I lit it up in there.
Fucked it up.
But yeah, I don't really. I saw Rogue One once,
Yeah.
and I remember enjoying the movie, but also being kind of bored
Yeah.
because it's just.
I mean, I'm kind of bored in pretty much every fucking movie I watch.
Really?
It's like fucking, yeah, of course. There's always a moment of, okay, I'm a little bored right now.
yeah.
But I think like the tell of a good movie is the length of how bored you are.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
If you have if you're engaged the whole movie, it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
If you're bored for a couple minutes, it's a great movie.
Yeah, that's I think that's why I like I don't like superhero movies, but like that Dark Knight and Batman Begins.
Fucking
great movies.
Christian Bale in that movie. See, here's the thing. I didn't like him as Batman. I loved him as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
He fucked that role up.
yeah, I like Christian Bale.
Yeah.
I saw that Terminator movie he did though. And that was a
movie.
boring.
I didn't even know
stinker.
he did a Terminator.
It was like 2010 maybe.
2010. Okay.
I can't even remember the name of it.
That's a weird time for movies. 2010.
Yeah, it was a rough time. It was one of those like.
The only reason I think it's weird is because I can't really. That's just a weird time of my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was fucking.
We were like in high school. It wasn't.
I wasn't even in high school. I was in middle school.
Still,
Yeah.
and then you go to see a Christian Bale Terminator movie. I'd never even seen a Terminator movie yet.
Sure.
So I didn't really know what was going on. And he's like acting his pants off, and I'm like, oh,
I think the reason you see Terminator is for Arnold, and if
Well, he shows up at the
Arnold's
end.
not kicking ass in the movie, and it's like Christian Bale centric, then
no.
what are we doing here?
Last 5-10 minutes, Arnold pops up naked in like a
Sick.
lab.
Yeah,
And Christian Bale has to like, I don't know, fucking fight him. I don't remember this.
he has
movie
to give
at
him a
all.
vitiligo dick exam.
Exactly.
And he's like-
he pulls his pants down and he goes, it looks like your dick is many color.
Yeah,
I
is
had-
that Christian Bale or
no?
is
I
that
had an Indian doctor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So
that's actually his name, vitiligo. That's the name of the doctor.
Dr. Vitiligo.
Dr. Vitiligo.
Poor
Is that the sequel? That's the sequel to Dr. Zhivago, Dr. Vitiligo,
Yeah.
and it's you in the doctor's office. Actually, sorry, the van. What was the procedure?
vasectomy van?
It's you in the vasectomy van.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah. I was nervous for that procedure, and it went very smoothly. Although I did have to drive like an hour.
Well, it better not go rough. I mean, they're holding your family jewels there.
Yeah. The only rough part was, so you have to like shave down, real smooth.
I just shaved down recently. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't love it. But
It's
you have
airy.
you have to be real smooth down there to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady was like, absolutely not. You didn't even cut it close. I was like, what? It's clear.
The fuck did you do? Just like a little bit off the top?
No, I got it to the bone. And this lady's like,
You went
no.
to the bone, and she said not enough.
Yeah.
What? She wants you to get a laser?
Fucking, I guess. This
The
lady
fuck is
starts
this bitch talking about?
shaving, and I'm like, I already got that.
What if she just like grabbed your balls in a razor and a Gillette, and she's like, "This is what I mean when I want it like tight," and she just starts
Well,
like, whoosh,
it's hard
whoosh,
enough
whoosh.
to do the balls. And I mean,
The
obviously,
balls are fucked, dude. Shaving your balls is just weird.
I don't even try sometimes. I don't even put the effort in half the time.
Yeah.
I just kind of do a glancing blow, and it's kind of it.
I like to use the. I don't have a Manscaped, if any sponsors. No, but I like to use like an electric trimmer.
Yeah.
And just kind of like do a bare minimum, kind of like once over.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like the actual shaving part, that's when it starts to get dicey. You're gonna nick your nutsack doing that.
Yeah. Have you ever? Okay, that's a good one. Have you ever nicked your nutsack or cut your peen while trimming down there?
Yeah, all the time,
All the time.
regularly.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need a sponsorship from Manscaped.
Yeah, apparently.
No, yeah.
God, you're uncoordinated as shit. You're just doing
Well,
it.
okay, it's not all the time. But I'd say any time that I do shave, there's going to be a small nick. Yeah,
Wow.
which is not often. I mean,
I don't like the recovery. Like the whole like it gets itchy and like
Right.
the little hairs.
well,
come
what you
out.
don't do is shave your shaft.
Oh well, yeah, no.
Because if you shave your shaft, it's not really so much for your benefit as much as it is the ladies. Because if you shave your shaft, you're gonna be like throwing sandpaper in the vagine.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be like, "Ow, you're throwing a roseberry thorn inside of my pussy," and
Yeah.
I don't think that really benefits anyone.
I used to try. I used to put on the nice underwear, and then I figured out it doesn't matter.
Well, what do you
Once
mean
you're-
by nice underwear?
Well, your Calvin Kleins. The stuff you're gonna look good in.
we talking briefs or boxer briefs?
boxer briefs? I don't wear
Boxer
boxers.
briefs, boxers or boxer briefs?
Boxer briefs.
Yeah,
I'm a boxer briefs man.
boxer briefs is the way to go because
Shows off.
it's middle of the road.
Yeah.
You're not going to go full like Walter White in Breaking Bad season 1 where there's like a shit stain on his ass and they're tighty whities. You're not going to do that.
I was in tighty whities for much too long. Like
How-
up
whoa,
until
when
high
did
school.
you-
Up until high school.
Ooh, that's pretty late.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. I wasn't.
What didn't you know?
I didn't know that. I didn't know the zeitgeist of the underwear.
You didn't know the zeitgeist.
I didn't know what was in the air.
You didn't read some microfiche or
I was not reading I was reading Thrasher magazine. I wasn't-
Thrasher, yeah.
and they didn't talk about what underwear you should be skateboarding in.
Ooh,
So-
dude, you just nailed it. That's actually probably why I got into boxer briefs. Well, actually, I didn't get into boxer briefs until I was in my 20s.
Right.
But I think I never wore briefs.
Oh.
I've always been boxers because I was like, those are cool. Those are like shorts, but for your dick and balls.
Yeah.
And to me, that was like perfect.
Well, okay. What did your dad wear? Because my dad was a briefs guy. He was a
My dad's a
tighty-whitey.
briefs guy, but that's because he's he's a dad.
Yeah.
Dads wear
They're
briefs.
60 years old. They don't know
Yeah,
any better.
yeah, and I think that the underwear we wear is a perfect analogy for where we're at in our life, because we're not fully boxers and we're not fully briefs.
Yeah.
You know,
I just can't imagine like my dad in his 20s getting down, and he's wearing all the time.
Yeah.
He's working hard labor, and he's wearing briefs.
bro.
Like a
That's a lot of heat down there.
yeah.
That's a lot of heat
going on.
There's
That's
some
just
like
a lot
nuclear fusion going on.
a lot of slippage, just a lot of stuff
Oh.
happening. You know?
Oh.
If it gets wet, you're done.
Dude, you have to readjust your, because like I feel
Swamp
like
ass central.
oh my god, yeah, it's like a slippery slope. Literally, all that sweat going down your crack, then into the cradle of civilization and the gooch.
Yeah.
And then if you haven't like trimmed, you've just got a full like Brillo pad full of like grease.
He
You
graduated.
got a bloomin' onion down there.
Oh yeah, he graduated high school in 1980. There was no fucking way he was trimmed.
And he probably didn't wipe properly.
No.
So there's just,
no,
yeah,
no,
that's
there was
not
no
good.
fucking way.
That's not good at all.
But I think so. 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
I'm accurate with the shaver. Right? I don't get
Not
any
me.
nicks.
I'm sloppy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm careful. The one time
I'm great. And then like 3/4 the way through, I'm like, all right. And I get a little overzealous and I'm quick and
Right.
like a little nick. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. And it bleeds for like 2 minutes.
Do you use a new razor? Or do you use a razor you previously used on your face?
It's not the razor that gets me. It's the fucking trimmer.
trimmer. I've never used a electric trimmer for anything. Ever.
What?
Yeah. I just never made the investment.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah. I get the Gillette 4-blade, $12 for an 8-pack.
So here's what you do. You get the trimmer
$12.99.
as a in store soon. You get the trimmer as a means of making your life easier when you do shave.
Okay.
So say you had a big old beard that needed to be shaved completely. You
Yeah.
trim the whole thing with the electric trimmer. And then when you do the once over with the normal blade and fucking, foam, it's easy as can be. But if you're
Right.
trying to shave something thick,
Yeah, I don't know. It takes a while. It takes like 20 minutes to, with the blade.
I want to get into a straight razor, dude.
Sometimes I go on TikTok and I watch
Yeah.
those Pakistani guys give each other the straight razor,
Yeah.
lineups. They shave them. It is
Absolutely.
satisfying. They're grabbing those dudes' faces though. They're really manhandling people.
Oh,
out
God,
on the
no.
streets of Karachi.
No. Yeah, you
know?
would not go.
I would love that.
It's like you go to get a haircut and you also get a chiropractic visit. Like
You get a
they're-
massage, you get a chiropractor, you get everything.
Yeah.
You know?
I've seen some of those videos. They also have like the really unusual like methods for like cleaning out ear hair and earwax.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, we like put a little bit of petrol oil on like a fucking napkin, shove it in your ear, light it on fire, and then piss on it, and then
Yeah.
rip it out. And oh, look at that, no more earwax. And
Yeah.
it's like
That method's not approved
that's
in the West.
not USDA.
No.
No, that's not going to work.
But I mean, it clearly works. I've seen it.
Well,
happen.
clearly works.
I witnessed it on TikTok.
Yeah.
No, the worst injury I ever got down there while shaving, I was taking, the scissors you get, like, mustache scissors. They're really sharp.
As you do.
And I was really cleaning up down there right before a date. And I stabbed the tip of my dick with that thing.
Right before the date.
Right before the date.
Why is it always right before the date? I think it's the like urgency of like,
Yeah.
I got to get ready.
Yeah.
And, and then you just kind of overlook safety a little bit.
It was one of those, you got to pee and then
Right.
you're like, well, I'm above the toilet anyway. I might as well take
one
some.
stop shop.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a one
scissors
pan
are right
recipe.
there.
Yeah.
So
Kind of like your dad's underwear.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he's wearing boxers or something, like
I hope you got to let it breathe
evolved.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, one Christmas you probably saw me get the nice boxer briefs and said, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I should, at 45, maybe I
Right.
should fix this. Cause,
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought this up to my fiance recently.
Yeah.
I want us all to get on board with that like Arab garb for one summer. Say it's the hottest summer.
Summer?
No. stay with
Okay,
me
I'll
here.
let you finish.
Stay with me here.
I'll let you finish.
Hottest summer on record, right?
Yeah.
We're all dressing in those white robes.
Yeah.
With like not a turban, but
Yeah.
like, something on the head. And we just roll with that for a little bit. See, just try it out.
Try it out.
Because I mean, it's in Saudi Arabia, it's 125 degrees every day.
Right.
And they seem pretty comfy. They're outside.
Right. Okay, well, we'd be remiss not to talk about the presidential debate yesterday.
Yeah. That thing. So
Oh
I
my
did
God.
catch the first part of it.
I
was curious.
I also, so I caught the first 15, 30 minutes. I don't actually know. I didn't really look at the time.
Yeah.
And then I also like tuned back in at some point because I was like, I wonder is it still on? And it was the CNN panel, and they were like, yeah, that was not good for Biden.
Yeah, I'm glad we had the exact same experience because I pulled up NPR while I was driving. I was getting some beer and I was like, God, I wonder, it's over? Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
And they are laying into Biden.
Yeah.
They said they likened it to, so in 1960, Richard Nixon and JFK had a debate. And everyone that saw the debate on TV said JFK won because he's a handsome guy. Nixon kind of ugly. But when people
He
heard
had
on the
vitiligo
radio,
on his penis, so he's not.
who knows? But when they heard Nixon on the radio, they thought Nixon won. And if you looked at the transcript from last night's debate, you'd think Biden probably won. But
You think so?
But
From the
if you,
transcript. Oh, I see.
But
what
you
you're
saw
saying.
it
Yeah.
live, and you're like,
Right.
oh my fucking God.
Well, those transcriptors had their work cut out for them because
They did.
That was probably the best scorch that Trump had last night because I was expecting him to be like, look at Biden. He's a fucking can't even.
I was surprised he was so cordial.
He was reserved. He was reserved.
I would have been like, what the fuck is up with this guy?
But that was
he literally can't talk.
Exactly.
He's a billion years old.
That was the best burn. Was like I think it was in like the first 5 minutes because I remember seeing it, and he was like the best roast he had was. I honestly don't know what he just said, and I don't even think he know what he just said.
Yeah,
That was fucking killer.
You see someone that's like so bad at speaking, and then they talk for a while, and you kind of process it, and you're like, I don't know if I got that. I don't know if I got what he said because everything else is kind of distracting.
Sure.
And like as a lefty guy, I'm like,
Yeah.
anybody else, go to Walmart right now.
Yeah.
And find somebody that's like, hey, are you a Democrat or a Republican?
Sure.
And they're like, I'm a Democrat.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. Get him instead.
Absolutely.
I want Joe Biden. No, I wish they were both dead. I wish
that's
there
where
was
we're at right now.
I wish there were two other candidates.
Yeah.
Literally anyone else.
There should be a reroll. Like when there's like at a champ select when there's a ban.
Yeah.
There should be two bands on them, and they're both just like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll have to play. I mean, here's the problem: is the champ select screen fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I would on the left. I would go Bernie Sanders.
He's
my
also
boy.
so old though.
He's also so old.
Yeah.
But I like him.
Yeah. I mean,
If we're gonna go
He's my top
old, you
pick.
might as well go. I mean, realistically, it's gonna be another old person.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that there's rumors of the left sort of repicking.
Yeah.
They're thinking like Gavin Newsom, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Which also, ew. But
yeah, I can't really tell with him. I don't really pay attention to California politics because I fucking hate that place.
well, there's a
but-
reason you hate it.
Yeah.
He's not making it any better.
Yeah. And then on Trump's side, like I obviously hate him, so it's kind of hard to be like.
Yeah, you're not gung ho Trump.
There's not a lot of better Republicans right this second.
The highlight for me of like what Trump said was when they got to the abortion segment, because that was supposed to be Biden's like big
Yeah.
fuck you, you're wrong, Roe v. Wade shouldn't have been overturned moment. Trump was like, look, the fucking Supreme Court just ruled to allow those abortion pills to be federally accepted, and I'm not going to block that. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Respect.
Because that's something that.
And then they panned over to Biden. They're like, and what about you, Biden? He's like, well, actually. And it was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then the next question, of course, was like immigration.
Yeah, which is a tough one because like the Republicans lie about immigration.
Oh,
like
God,
they like to lie.
Oh,
like
God,
they're-
yeah. But it's politics.
It's all murderers.
They're all
coming over.
liars. All politicians
And
are liars.
I think Biden has like the most like he's the best at catching the illegals so far. Like in the history of the country, he's caught like the most illegals.
Really?
Yeah, because
That's
like
interesting.
they like clamp down, right? Like
They-
Trump clamped down a little.
Yeah.
Biden made it a thing about clamping down, but like
In response to the sort of laissez-faire rules they had to begin with.
yeah,
though,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So Biden clamped down, but he can't like convince people that that's like the,
Right.
He can't convince people that the truth is real. You know,
Fuck.
He can't be like, well, actually, and he's not eloquent enough to say it. Either.
Oh my God, no. The worst thing about all of that was just his face.
It was
If he could just stop the slack jaw thing and the like sort of one eye willy thing.
now
he's doing.
listen here, I'm gonna cut the malarkey, and you're like, what?
Yeah, no, and then they argued about their golf swing for like fucking 5 minutes.
No, I was an 8 handicap. And he's like, you're a 6. Like, what?
Yeah, it was-
Excuse me.
it's like- they're like, the question was.
Yeah. And then Trump of both of them, he goes, we got to stop acting like children. I'm like, yeah. 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Although the silence, I think the fact that they silenced each other's mics when the other wasn't talking,
Yeah.
gave Trump a lot of like breathing room because he couldn't go off. He couldn't like
Yeah.
interrupt. He had to sit there and wait.
Sit there and
that
take it, yeah.
helped. It helped him be more like measured.
Yeah, it did. And the other thing is that there was no audience. If there was
Yeah.
an audience, dude,
There'd be like boos and like people would be getting rowdy and silly. And
I think
you
they're
know.
absolutely. My thing is what sound do you make for? I guess that would be like a collective groan each
Yeah.
time Biden would just kind of trail off into the abyss.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
It makes you lose like faith in like what the president says. Like I remember when the economy was like recovering and Obama came out and did the State of the Union and he was like, the economy is back on track. Job numbers are great. And then like you look at the job numbers and you're like, it's not so great.
It's not great.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then like Biden, like he isn't lying. He's just like spelling it out for the dumbest people. He's just like, well, there's a bounce back from COVID, and we've reduced the deficit. And it's like, that's all true. But, man, it's hard to make people believe it. It's hard to like, I just don't think people are getting the point.
It's really a bad time for the market and people are suffering. And so a lot of times just hearing, it's actually the best we've ever done.
Yeah,
does
it's
not
like-
make anyone fucking feel good.
Yeah, for who? For
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
millionaires, yeah, sure. But, yeah. Yeah, it was a disaster, and it made me wish that they were both dead and that we would all do something else. Maybe we try something else. Maybe we, don't pick the oldest person on the planet to run for president.
I don't think it's so much the people though. I think a lot of it is sort of like the
parties.
in-house appointing.
Yeah.
And I think that's why there's talks of the shuffle where like Biden might get shuffled out and some other fuck might get shuffled in.
Yeah. Well,
But who though is the question.
apparently the Democrats were like, he is not stepping down. And it was like, all of us want him to.
Yeah, no, I think
There's not a Democrat on this planet.
there's
right
a
this second
lot
that
of
doesn't-
Democrats that want him to step down.
Yeah. Everybody does.
No, yeah.
Like,
after that CNN panel was
that was
like, we've
fucking
got a
rough.
fucking problem. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
Like, CNN isn't that far left, but they're enough where they're like,
They're left leaning.
are we eating our own?
No, they're definitely left leaning, and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. That's why this country, 2-party system, 2-party product, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, CNN, Fox, like that's just how our country works. So Fox is right leaning and CNN is left, and there's not a third party like news organization except for MSNBC, which quite frankly,
I don't know. Yeah, they're pretty yucky. There's a lot of like independent news that's middle of the road, but they don't sensationalize everything.
it's true,
And that's not fun. I want O.J. Simpson on the fucking TV when there's riots in L.A.
I know.
I want fun.
And
And you don't get fun with Ground News Network.
yeah,
We try to mix it up.
I want them to
Or Young Turks, those fucking
like how
genocide apologists.
in Austin Powers when they like take him out of the like cryogenic thing and like melt him in the little like fucking petri dish.
Yeah.
And he comes back to life. I want them to do that with OJ, and then he is the mediator for the next debate.
Yeah. He just
Yeah.
and he just starts stabbing people in the audience if
Yeah,
he doesn't get
yeah.
his way. He just starts.
Yeah.
Like, and the knife comes out of the pocket, and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
No, it's too bad he died because that's a
That was such a weird.
that was an odd moment.
Hello, Twitter world, where he would just like do these like weird Twitter
He'd do,
videos,
like, cameos.
Yeah, and there's just like these like
He's
the
just in
glove don't
Vegas.
fit. Yeah,
And you're like, what's going on?
like how did this happen? And it just goes to show you that there are some clout thirsty motherfuckers out there. They're like, yeah, I'm going to a steakhouse with OJ.
Yeah.
Like what?
Who's watching that like who's like, I gotta figure out what OJ's up to today. Like, I only hear about it because someone else says like,
That's
oh,
the
I
same
saw
as me.
a
I mean,
Twitter video.
I certainly wasn't subscribed to the poor man.
Yeah. All right.
On that note, good shit, my friend.
Indeed.
Till next time.